Ronaldo sacked. They say mutual consent, but the club said no money, go now. He said yes. There's links with him to Newcastle. There's links with him to the Far East. The Middle East. Sorry, and links to America as it stands right now. Your reaction to that, KJ, of United sacking and moving Ronaldo on?
The only surprise I had is how early they got it done, how quick they got it done. I thought there would probably be more, maybe legal proceedings, more, I don't know, dealing with the money of how much he's going to get, blah, blah, how much to pay him off. The fact that we got him off with no money paid whatsoever, I'm like, yo, that's a massive step forward. You know what I mean? So we can potentially, hopefully, I beg, they use that to buy a striker in January, but it had to be done. It had to be done. He made that move so this could happen. Man United are very happy for this to happen as well. So, yeah, it's not a massive surprise to anyone that is finally going. And I'm glad it's happened. It shows Man United are going in the right direction, as in they want to focus on football. They no longer want the negative media highlights for clicks and for views and for the social media data and all these different things. We don't want that no more. We're trying to be better at football. And yeah, like, I'm happy that it's happened. No surprise. I'm not going to sit here and say Ronaldo is this legendary hero of the club because he's now done up crash and burn with the Glazers and the club coming down with him. None of that. He did what he did to get his own way. He got his way. I can benefit from that as well. Is what it is. It's a mutual business transaction for me. Thank you everything for Ronaldo has done for Man United in the past and in the present. And now we just move forward. I'm happy that we can finally just be about Manchester United again. None of this Ronaldo started, he didn't start. Is he old enough? Is he good enough? Can he be the one to take us forward? Or is he hindered? None of that no more. It's gone. It will now be Ten Hag and his squad of players. What can you do moving forward? And that's what I've all I wanted since the summer. All I've wanted is us to talk about Manchester United as a team and not this massive star that just has a massive shadow on us, because that's what the media wants to talk about. So Ten Hag will probably be happy. The players will probably be happy because the toxic players out of the dressing room, and we can move forward. And that's the best thing about this happening right now.
What's next
It's a
for
win-win
Ronaldo,
for
though?
everybody involved. Honestly, it's a win-win for everybody involved, and it's quite smooth the way it's happened. So it's good that it's gone quick, and it hasn't been something that dragged on the whole World Cup.
I just wonder what's next for Ronaldo. I mean, the teams that link with him, Newcastle, teams in the MLS, teams in the Saudi Pro League, that's not what I don't think Ronaldo was expecting that. And I don't know what Ronaldo thinks his next. How does Ronaldo play this card now? Because he's in a weird position. Ronaldo has all the power in a weird way. Is he going to sacrifice his financial earnings to try and get a big move to a bigger club and try and seal it one more time, or is he going to go have one last dance at a mid-table-ish team where he's going to get loads of money and he can go on a high looking like he's still got it? I don't know how Ronaldo's going to play this. It's going to be something that I'm really intrigued to see how it plays out. But United have smashed it. You don't have to pay him to get off the books. You're going to get a new striker in, probably Cody Gakpo at this point, if the links are to be believed. You all you've managed to do is shift someone who got 3 goals in 10 starts, get a younger player in, and you haven't had to pay Ronaldo to go. He's agreed to go.
Do what Ibrahimovic and go somewhere and be a bit part player, because I don't think that's the only way I could see him at a top club.
Yeah, I don't think he has the ego capacity to be a bit part club. Because if I see Ronaldo go to a Napoli, go to a Bayern Munich, go to whoever who's in the Champions League and is on top of their league table.
Oh, he would start for Bayern.
But just to be a pit part player, if I saw that, I'd be like, why not just do it here? Why just not do that at Man United? Because
the reason is that if he goes to say Bayern Munich and does that, Bayern Munich, even with Ronaldo, will still win, in my opinion, their league. By the end of the season, they'll still win their league, and I think they'll win it well. It's not a fast-paced league. It's slower. He'll do fine there. He won't mind being a bit part player where he's going to pick up another league title, because on the CV at the end of his career, if he plays between now and the end of the season 15 games, scores 8 goals, he's got another league title. And what this guy wants is he wants to be able to score Champions League goals, and win trophies, because all he's fighting for now is maintaining his legacy above Lionel Messi. That's what it is. It's to stay on par. And at Man United, he knows he ain't winning a major trophy for a good couple of years, and he knows he ain't fit enough and young enough to play well in the Premier League to score the goals. And he's having a season where he's not scoring Champions League goals, and he'll want to get back in that Bayern Munich team. And listen, Bayern Munich could, play 3, 4, 5, 6 more games in the Champions League this year, and he'll get. That's, I think, what is motivating Ronaldo. But I do agree with you, KJ. It's the right thing to have done. It's the right thing to have moved him on. It's the right thing to get him out. And I am happy that I don't praise the Glazers often, but I'm very happy to see them move him out this quickly. However, that's coupled into the fact that it's now just been confirmed by Talk Sport that the Glazer family are willing to sell Manchester United. Sources say that United changing hands is very, very real. That is the words directly from Talk Sport, who have obviously doing their research. And United have refused, and I've spoken to a few journalists privately tonight. Man United, as it stands right now, have refused to give comment to journalists ringing up and asking them. Normally what they do is say, no, the club isn't interested in selling right now, but they're refusing to pass any comment on it, which means there is a huge chance. The Glazer family, he says the Glazer family have instructed the banks to handle the sale of Man United. They expect to make a decision, public statement on Tuesday. I mean, it is Tuesday, so maybe again, it's only 5 in New York. So, sorry, 4 in the afternoon, 4:30. So there's still time. But interestingly, it looks like Man United may be willing to sell, which, listen, with the news that TeamViewer and a few other sponsors are looking to pull away, I'm not surprised. It was always going to be money that led them away. And look, I wanted fans to boycott. I wanted fans to pull their money. I thought they would stay longer than this, but maybe they're just realizing, maybe they just got to a point where they've gone, actually, we have kept maxed out. We don't think we can get it to be valued at any higher. They're probably going to get £3.5 to £4 billion for it. We've just got to hope that we get good owners that come in, and everything else. But there was a report that I spoke about on the 9th of this month where Liverpool were linked with their sale, and it was talking about all the various links. But within that video, there was talk of United having a lot of people under non-disclosure agreements and a lot of agents knowing that the club was being put up for sale. Everyone kind of laughed at it. I'm going to find out who the journalist was, because he's a very small journalist. Turns out he was absolutely spot on. He said it would be about 2 to 3 weeks, and it's become public news. But yeah, what's your take on that, KJ? Because I know what a big fan of the Glazers you are.
Man, them pagans finally leaving this club. I actually thought they would leave the day I died. That's how I felt about this. I'm still in the place of I don't trust anything that comes from those pricks' mouths in it. So even if they told me they're gonna sell, it could literally the share price has gone up by 17%, bruv. So how do I not know this is some weird ploy to get the share price up? And again, it sounds crazy and paranoia and everything and PTSD, but this is all I know. All I know is these pricks fooling me again and again. So until it's sold, I will have some skepticism. Until it's
you don't want to be happy?
Bro,
Didn't you jump up a little bit?
No, I want to be. No, honestly, I want to be happy, but I'm not going to celebrate now and then say this takes a year, 2 years, 3 years, and they're still going to be here. Why am I doing that? You know what I mean?
You celebrated Ed Woodward leaving the day that you found out he was leaving. He was still there for a year.
Himself was an issue and he left. You know what I mean? I was happy about that. The Glazers could still be here for how long? I am happy, yes, but I'm not going to be popping champagne when I don't even know what the process will be. I don't know how long it's going to be. Like, Liverpool fans were screaming, yes, FSG are leaving. Yo, bruv, they're expecting it. They're still here. You know what I mean? So when the actually sales gone through, that's when you'll see me cheering and shouting. But right now, I'm just going to wait.
Have they ever done this before?
What?
What the statements that have been put up? Have you heard similar statements before?
No, not like this. This is different. I'm not gonna deny that it's different. It is a different kind of feel, different kind of vibe of what's happening. And plus, I think FSG doing this beforehand helps the Glazers also do it. I don't think they was gonna do it just by themselves. The Super League, they wouldn't do it by themselves.
I think Chelsea helped also.
No, Chelsea is different because there was sanctions.
But
the money.
No, I agree. I agree, KJ. I agree with you, Gal. To money wise, I think it's shown people what it's worth. Now you've got to remember with Man United, TeamViewer are not going to renew. The Adidas deal is going to be a lot smaller either literally smaller than the 75 million a year we get now, or smaller from a point of view of when we signed that deal 10 years ago, the growth in the market not being matched. So it might still be 75 million a year, but that's a reduction because of inflation, if that makes sense. So this is what I've always said. They would leave when they felt they couldn't make any more huge money out of the club. And announcing it this way will make the share price rise up. They will sell those shares first of all and make a killing, hundreds of millions of pounds, and then they'll sell the asset. Now, what I hope for is that this sale is done and the club gets taken off the stock market and it's an outright buy. What I would say, though, to temper Man United fans is it's likely to be American owners. It's very unlikely to be from the Middle East. And I just say that now because the kind of proposals that have been put out already that was revealed 3 weeks ago, these were for US-based investments into the business. But that doesn't stop a very rich person or group of people from the Middle East or from China or from the UK coming together and saying, well, actually, we'll buy the whole thing off you. If it makes the good thing about the Glazers, they will sell for the best price. However, they won't sell to the best buyer. Whoever offers them the most amount of money is who those guys will go for. 100.
Well,